And the previous session, we actually met in the Kenya School of Monetary Studies on the initiation of this process of budget making. And this process should not be a ritual. It should be an objective, practical process. Because most of what then happens in the year, in the culmination of the CS giving the highlights in the National Assembly, and also the assent of the appropriations bill by the President, the beginning of that journey is actually today. Many times we get people coming at the wee hours of the night, in quotes, in the budget making process to come to canvass for resources. Unfortunately, it's always very late, because we need to take this process with the weight it deserves, especially at the beginning, other than coming when the process is almost complete, when we get a lot of phone calls with the PS, and of course with the CS, with the accounting officers canvassing for resources. But I also want to give just a few pointers. One, I live in Kenya, yes, and we see that we deserve to do more as leaders. And especially, so far as the Kenyans are concerned. And that is what we should do more. But looking back, many times it is not fair for ourselves with only doom and gloom, doing well. In far as especially parameters of economies are concerned. Looking at, and especially that is 2023 calendar year, GDP grew by 1%. Looking globally, was ranking among the 20 economies in the world. That is a bad thing. They look at our currency, and especially for the last 1 year, that is the calendar year, and even within this year alone. Within this year, we have seen our currency gaining close to 20% against the greenback or the US dollar. Against the local currencies, even more or better. And therefore, I think on that front also, the position held, Kenya is not doing so badly. The workings of our country, on the other front, in the workings of our nation, where we measure now the real cost of living, various government agencies, development, and every other thing. If you look at the cost of whatever we were doing, I was which is our staple food here in Kenya, that is ugali, or maize, it was where I come from. It is the same plant that I call you the way I have done. Our unga so that the things we've been reading by almost and the things we have been 50%. Seeing, and I also think that is a good thing. But even in terms of and also give my voice on it. Our inflation in the month of July was around 4.3%. Without wanting to be diplomatic, our inflation last month, which just I also know that the is month of August, because you knew 4.4%. If it was about and our politics, benchmark as Kenya in terms of inflation else is 5%. And therefore, I'll and only talk about that 2.5% either way. And I also know that we are actually dealing with the lower part of our inflation on what we should because it is say, when, and how. In fact, if we continue getting the kind of messages every day on what I should do, Waziri, you may now start dealing with a bigger problem of deflation. And probably it is not the appropriate time and today. Therefore, I'm just trying to say me to that even when there is talk about those other things, and I am saying it in good faith because that is what we had planned to do. And I have only clarified because in the time I've been a politician, and that is a given because I am here as a Kenyan. I speak when I want to speak. I know we have interacted in many forums. We know each other person's character in terms of where they need to invoke courage, where they need to invoke whatever they need to say. And I know for sure, I'm not shy to say anything that I feel I need to say. So whatever I may live and say today is basically based on the fact that the reason I called you is the one I'll talk about. And as I start, I first of all want to be very grateful. Myself, personally, for the chance I have had to serve the Kenyan people in the position of the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee in the National Assembly. As you know, and you have interacted, that has been my designation. And that is work we did with a lot of dedication. And I am grateful for that opportunity. I am also very grateful to have interacted with many people as I serve as the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Of course, working with the Honorable Mary Amase, who was the vice chairperson, and all the other members, all the other 25 members, incorporating myself and the vice chair who make us 27. I am truly grateful for that chance. That chance of serving as the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee made me understand many things that I scarcely understood before. It made me know the workings of government in terms of its levels, its arms, departments and agencies of government, and how they work. And therefore, as much as it was work, it was also a profound learning experience that I am truly grateful for. I am also thankful for the fact that I had trained as an economist some many years back in KU. And when I got the chance to serve as the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, I had the first hard learning